handicap. I love golf. Um, Dad and brother play. So I grew up playing a bit with my dad. My brother's 8 years older, so he got the lessons and the camps and all that. But I've been playing, like introduced to it young. Took a bunch of my 20s off. Been playing a fair bit the last couple of years.
Cool.
And like pre-COVID, I took some lessons here and there, and was all keen on like dropping my handicap. And then I just like found that to not be working, and I was having a bad time.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna enjoy myself in the course.
Good.
And I have been, but now I'm ready to drop the scores a little bit more. Pretty good sampler pack there.
Okay.
Yeah, I never take a divot usually, so last kind of like concentrating on getting my weight forward, which sometimes needs a bit more of a divot, but match up.
Yep. Okay. The grip comes down first, not the club head. So we're going to make some practice swings, feeling as though that you can bring the grip down low. And as the grip comes down, this is when the stomach has to face the target, right? So the stomach faces the target as I'm trying to get this down, right? So it's going to look like, right? That's where we're going to start with it. We're going to try and dig some holes, get the grip down. Now, I know that if the club head takes a divot, then the club head got lower too. No problem. But I can't really control the downward part of this without doing it with this. So this is the part that has to get down lower. So we're going to go up to the top and pull this handle down as low as you can get it. And as long as your stomach faces the target, we get the right amount of rotation. So practice swing wise is going to be up to the top with a full swing. And as this comes down and you're pushing it low, turn your stomach to the target, right? So once this club starts to go down into the ground, that's when we start to rise up. So this part not only has to get lower, but as it rises up, that's what pushes the club in the ground. It's like a teeter-totter. I'm not trying to put it in the ground. And I think that's one of the biggest things with golfers that don't have enough speed. They're trying to control the depth of this guy by trying to get it down to the ground that way, right? And I miss the ground trying to do that. But if I get this guy down and forward, right, the more turn, the more forward I can get it, right, I can start taking divots way in front of the ball. The further forward the divot, the better the strike's going to be. So grip down, stomach forward, and let's see if we can hit some shots like that. Oh, sorry, almost got that. Grip more down, leave the club in the divot. Yep. Okay, come look at that.
Still no divot, but...
You took a divot there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ah, exactly, now we've got it. Yeah, another one. Divot started a little behind the ball, but that's okay. Keep doing the same thing. Give me a practice swing. So belly button faces the target as the handle gets low. More belly button. There, good. So even though we're trying to reduce the follow through a little bit, still make sure your backswing gets far as you can take it.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever shortened a backswing.
Really?
Never.
Get the tummy forward there.
And so if the club hits the ground before the ball, it's more stomach turn.
Okay.
If the club doesn't hit the ground, it's lower grip. Good. Everything in the way that you hold the club tells me that you should be taking big divots and the ball should be curving right to left.
Okay.
Okay, so
fat, so tummy not.
yep, more tummy turn. So take it up to the top.
And,
Give me.
and I don't want to get too
No, we need to right now.
weeds, but at the top, like is turn the tummy a good thought?
Totally. Tummy turn and put the hands down.
Okay.
So take it up to the top again. Hold it up there. Okay. Weightless. You're gonna put, yeah, there you go. As long as you're weightless, all your rotations are good.
Even for the fat shots, it feels so much better.
If there's any type of delay up here, you're going to start with the shaft. You'll start with the club head flipping out. So it's high and it's like out of there as fast as you can. The pause at the top, I've never taught anybody that, but I say it all the time because I want the opposite.
Right.
Beautiful, good shot. So if the ball's going to draw, it has to start to the right so it draws toward the target. Okay. So our next, once we start getting the ball contact really good, then we'll start working on the curve, the start line, getting it to the target. Okay. But I'd say that whole pile of balls, punch shots, driving the arms down between your knees, tummy turn. So it's a lot to think about. Yeah. So the more you can get practice swings in, the easier it's going to be when you get to the golf ball.
That's another thing I want to take out. It's like a routine, shot.
So the routine to like when you play, we'll talk about that toward the end. But the routine right now is definitely going to be weightless on the front foot, crank it up high, and then from there, step on the front foot, bring these down with tummy turn. And just the more you can map that out, the better. Okay. But when you go to hit a golf ball, think of just hands down. Okay. That's it. Okay.
But I definitely strike is way better. Sometimes I like don't turn tummy and
dig in.
Cast over the top and hit a real bad one. But contact feels way better even on the bad.
Hey, awesome. So try to feel like you drive your arm straight down in front of you this way. Okay. They only go down. I don't want them to go forward. Okay. Only down to the ground.
More rotation needed.
Hands lower. So the butt of the club itself has to go down as close to the ground as you can get. And that might mean that from here, that you actually get lower. The knees and the hips, your ass will feel like it goes back behind you. Hey, good. Yeah, good. When you do it right, it should draw.
Yeah. It's,
Okay, I don't want to say get the speed up,
yeah.
but make it quicker, like shorter time.
Not drawn. If I hit that shot, that's
Too slow.
not clearing enough.
Just too slow. Yeah. So let's try and get 5 more yards out of your normal shot with this. There, good. And within that speed, drive the arms down. Wicked. Little heavy, but that was pretty good. So I think that some of the bad shots you've hit have kind of made you slow things down a little bit. And if I get it slow and I hit it straight, then I'll speed it up later on.
Right.
You might as well learn tennis first and then come back to golf when you're trying to hit it hard, because it's a totally different sequence of events to hit the ball hard. So all of the pieces that I'm telling you to do today, if you were to speed all these up, that will make you hit it better. But if you do this in slow motion and one happens to not get into sequence with the other because who knows what, we're going to get a bad result. And I don't want that to revert you back to, okay, I'll just try and get it slower. I mean,
no, like the misses feel way better, like way, tighter.
Yeah. Like I remember back at a club that I used to work at, someone came to me once and said, I hit the ball a lot farther if I just swing slower. And I'm like, you're a scientist, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain how that works to me? Yeah. So I'm good with smoother, but you've got to create the speed necessary to hit the ball as far as you can go. And like, I'm big on the faster that you swing in the right sequence, the straighter and farther it goes. Okay. Like very rarely do I add speed to a player that now hits it offline. And very rarely do I get someone to be more accurate that doesn't also find distance. They really go hand in hand. Good. So the next piece of the puzzle is understanding a little bit about where we've got to direct your energy, hit the golf ball. So we've got a target line here of the checkered flag, way down there. Not going to reach it, but it's a target line. So can you stand behind your ball? Is that pretty much on your line right there? No, stand behind it, because from there it's not going to look good. Looks pretty good, right? Okay, now address the ball. Do you see how far right that stick is of the flag right now? Yeah. So that's because when we stand on this side of the ball, we get a bit of a visual illusion.
Right.
So I think you're swinging at the target, which is making it go left.
Right.
I need you to feel like you're sending the ball here. Okay? Left. One more time. Good. So you've got your mechanics of what you're trying to do, but I'm also trying to give you like a direction for those things. Okay.
That's just like I look at that, and then my body should react to it.
Well, it's a little bit more about, yeah, when you step up to it, you're trying to hit it over there. So if you hit 10 balls to the left of it, try and hit one ball right, see what that feels like, move forward from there. Beautiful. Take that every day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got your mechanics, you've got a direction. I would say like 10 more balls with that,
Okay.
and then take off that cabot cover.